CoolPika here, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. In the last part, we went down the bottom floors of Ganon's tower and got ourselves some new upgrades in the progress and got ourselves a big key. We also now have a brand new red tunic, our ultimate form of defense. Oh man, Link does not look better in red. I mean, I don't mean, man, people say like the green tunic's iconic and all, but oh man, in my opinion, I think he can rock all green, red, and red. Red, green, blue, and red all at once. Even purple for all that matters. But although at this point, I guess the purple tunic's just kind of non-existent, isn't it? That's kind of a shame. I wish the purple tunic had more representation, but oh well. Oh no, we'll save that for when Four Swords comes up. But anyways, in this part, it's time we climb upwards and get closer and closer to Ganon. Okay, from this point forward, everything's gonna be like pretty straightforward. That first floor is like really one of the big parts. Oh man, oh man, that was like pretty. Yeah, oh man, like I forgot all about that secret area. But at least now I got away of it. Again, that was a room. I mean, the room's not necessarily required for anything, but I wanted to show what all the rooms were and see what they were because, like, these were, like, rooms that you could have possibly missed out on easily and you wouldn't have known. And I like showing off, and I like showing you all the different rooms, and I feel like that's... Help? I'm stuck? Thank you? Oh, come on. Come on, not cool. Not cool, bro. That's not cool. Actually, I have a better way around this. Actually, I have a better way around this without getting stuck here. I can just, you know what, I have a better way around this. I can just use my magic cape and just navigate the area this way. Right? There. But yeah, like, we're pretty much, yeah, for this point forward, it's pretty straightforward. Like, I don't think you'll have trouble getting lost. There's still a few other secret rooms you can get into, but they're not as secret, but they are a bit out of the way if you want to go get them. Like, there is, of course, another fairy spot we can find, which I'm definitely going to show that off in case you need, like, more heals. But also, another thing I want to make note of real quick, I wouldn't get more potions off screen. The only exception is I only got up to 3 and just 1 fairy. I only just got 3 because I'm not going to sweat too much of this part here because, there's not a lot of places where I'm going to need absolutely a lot of magic for, but it is going to be handy. But that's not to say that we're not going to need magic at all. It's just I just don't think we're going to need a lot of it, is what I'm getting at this point. Because at this point, I think it's going to be like pretty easy, straightforward. Okay, Magic Cape Advice here, and we see some familiar light world bosses that we have not seen in a long time. I didn't think I'd see them again, but there they are. They're the gargoyles, I think. Honestly, at this point, they're pretty. I think they're pretty easy to take out. Like, I think if you shoot them with a arrow, they'll just go down to 1 hit. So it's like they're not really a big deal at all. Honestly, yeah, I just prefer the magic cape. I'm sorry. The Cane of Bryna, it's really nothing to me. Oh, yeah, you know what? It's nothing. It's nothing at all. It's just so useless to me. Okay, this is that other spot I mentioned, but remember that Pegasus boot trick we did? You basically got to do that with this spot here, and you're over to the other side. Pretty easy. Although this is something you picked up on the 6-6 dungeon. Although if you didn't know that, you probably couldn't figure out how the heck you get into this room. Well, that's how you do it. But here's another fairy spot if you need like more fairies. I'm good at fairies for now, but it's just a good healing spot for now. So like, it's a nice little secret room. And again, getting back, no trouble. Just hook shot, and you're good to go. That's that's pretty much on the easy side. So that room's like really easy. I'm just gonna do a fast kill on these guys because they're not really hard to get rid of. And I can see that some of Blind's bandit friends are here, so We're facing like a whole horde of monsters we have not seen in a long while. It's like a full circle journey. It's like Ganon's breeding his A-game. It's like we got the remnants of Lion's bandits, Stalfos, monsters that we haven't seen in a while in the light world. It's really coming full circle. It's like this is definitely Ganondorf's. This is definitely or Ganon's home turf. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, wait a second. Well, okay, this is the downfall timeline. What am I talking about? He doesn't even go by that name anymore. The name Ganon is Ganondorf is just dead and gone. Now all that's left is Ganon because like that's what he goes by for the rest of the timeline. He's only ever known simply as that, just straight up Ganon, nothing else. I don't know why I kind of just call him Ganondorf out of habit now. I mean, what I'm saying is actually not incorrect at this point, but come on, we got to be lore accurate here. It's the lore accuracy that matters. What the lore accuracy is, he goes by Ganon now. There's just no changing it. He's a blue bacon pig monster that probably I don't know how moblin meat tastes like, so I'm not gonna answer that question. Although according to Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, I guess, probably not so great. So maybe not try cooking bokoblins or moblins, because they probably won't taste good. Alright, oh, this is, okay, there's a bunny trap here, but that's, like, easily dodgeable. And, okay, and right off the bat, yeah, you can pretty much see where this is going. This is pretty much where you get the fight. We're gonna be fighting, obviously, as you can see where this is going, Ganon's, like, sending all the three Light World bosses that we fought. So it's like, again, like usual, they don't stand much of a challenge. I mean, the only difference here is that this guy's there, which can be kind of annoying, but then again, we have, like, an ultimate shield, so it's, like, a small annoyance, if anything, but, yeah, you can see where this is going, which means at some point, yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're probably going to have to face Moldorm at some point, which, for better or worse, I have to be ready for that. What the heck? I thought that would work. Okay, no, okay, maybe that was a fluke. Let's try that again. You're messing with me, right? You're messing with me, right? Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! Okay, there! You can't tell me you're immune to ether! Okay, thank God. I'm glad I'm not paranoid. Okay, I actually didn't need the ether to navigate where that's at, but, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna dash, because oh, they got moblins in here, too. They're the head of Ganon's forces. I'm surprised we didn't see a lot of them here, but this is, like, the only time we, like, ever run into them. Oh, wow, we don't really have a lot left, to be honest with you, because, they are both pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna drink a blue potion, store my magic, then, let's go with bombos. I want to blow them up. Boom! Oh yeah, I mean, now that we're, like, while we're at Ganon's tower, like, I'm gonna wait for a bit to talk about this when we get to the boss, but, believe it or not, I think it's actually cool bringing up because, believe it or not, while there's not really much, because it's been a while since we've heard about him, I actually want to talk about, I do want to talk about, again, a little bit in this episode because, believe it or not, I didn't really think about this at first, but when I did some research and some videos about Ganon himself, it actually does turn out that he surprisingly has a bit of lore about him that I wasn't completely aware of. Honestly, to be honest, actually, and I'm just saying this is even like before, like, the Historia was even out. Like, believe it or not, the source actually just comes from the actual manual itself, which is actually really great. Actually, I want to have this out just so I'm ready to actually talk about it because it's actually there's actually a bit of interesting lore here about him. While there's a bit of vagueness to him, while there is a bit of vagueness to him, there's a bit of a story of a bit of an idea of who he is. And believe it or not, this guy at some point was an actual person. But I don't want to get into much of it right now, but I do want to eventually talk about it when I'm ready. Which, that will pretty much come soon when the boss comes up, but it's actually interesting because, like, he's like this one... I just think it's interesting because, like, you would think him as a villain, he wouldn't have any lore to him, but surprisingly, he does. He actually does have a little bit of lore to him, but of course, as far as what his background was and where he came from and where he stands and what kind of person he is, we don't really know much beyond that, but we kind of know a bit about him and how he kind of came into the picture, which I will get into it, which when the time comes I'm going to get into it, which is really not far from here. Okay, this is actually pretty straightforward. These guys. Okay, one of you guys just dropped a small piece, which is pretty easy, and honestly, we're not really far from now. We only have a few floors. We're almost to the 7th floor, which is actually pretty crazy. Which means, oh boy, I'm dreading this. This means we're going to have to get the Moldorm. Obviously, we're going to have to get them past Moldorm if we're going to get to Ganon, because, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that part. Oh boy, yeah, but the good, if anything, I'll take a few hits to, like, take out Moldorm, so probably won't have much of a problem, but, again, Moldorm, you've already seen how I went with Moldorm. We have a bit of a history with them, so I'm kind of dreading it. I'm dreading it a little bit, but you know what? We're gonna get into it, though. There is Moldorm. There you are, you little... That didn't take long. But at least I can show off this room, which, honestly, I don't think you would ever stumble upon this room your first go if you just beat them all in one go. So, I guess you want to see what that room was. There you go, I guess. Doesn't really serve any purpose what a room you fall into. Oh man, yeah. I missed you too, buddy. Not. I remember how much of an asshole you are. And even in the Dark World, you're still much of an asshole. But honestly, the only thing that's good about you is that you take less hits to take out. I'm getting revenge. I don't care how many times you bounce off me. I am gonna get back up and slice you down. I'm getting my payback. This is my moment. You're going down. Now! That's for all the trouble you gave me back in the Tower of Hera, bitch! Okay, now that's out of my system. Get a red ruby for that. Nothing else for that, but that just serves as a way to, get our way back up. But aside from that, we are done. Nothing really stopping us now. This floor is just our last obstacle. That was pretty much our big last obstacle, so all we really gotta do is walk all our way up and make our way to Ganon himself, because he's probably waiting at the top of his altar right now. Not long now, and there he is. Beyond these doors, it's just where Ganon lies. The symbol's kind of interesting. I guess it's supposed to resemble a bat, if anything. I don't know why. It's an interesting symbol for Ganon, but I don't know, or it's supposed to resemble some evil eyes. That might be a bit reminiscent to Majora, but then again, that's just me because that's weird thinking about because Majora wasn't even concepted at the time. So, but that's kind of how I look at it now these days. But you know what? Let's go see him. And here we are, Ganon. Oh, you! Haven't seen you in a while. It's great that you come all the way here, Jordan. I'm so happy to see you again. But you better to believe me that there will not have... You better believe me that we will not have a third meeting. Prepare to meet your doom! Yeah! This seems to be a common theme. It's all the light bosses we faced up until now. And up with the bat, we face Ganon and his 3 phantom clones. All that's different this time around is 3 warp balls are going to appear at you at once, and they're going to jump at you. So, watch out for that. That is like the only thing that's majorly changed. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, his boss is really not much different from before. Just bear in mind of his attacks. Just bear in mind of attacks like before. And just from that, we can just get into it. So, however, I actually want to get into Ganon himself, because, while we're here, I don't think I have really the ins and outs of his attack. Ganon, attack-wise, isn't really much different. But there are things about him, about the lore, that we didn't really know about, which is actually pretty crazy. So, this is what, the source actually comes from the official manual. And it gives you a bit of insight of who Ganon was and how he came into the picture. So, it really started back when Hyrule became besieged by onslaught of temporal misfortunes. The king offered a reward to anyone who could put an end to disasters, and that was when Ganon came into the picture. So, basically, Ganon just came up one day and said, hey, I can basically solve all these problems. And so, he pretty much got hired on. So, he was so prestigious and cleared all those disasters that he pretty much got promoted to becoming into a high position, like, right off the bat. And that was where he began using his plot to control everyone. But this was really all a plot so he can control all the soldiers and have complete control over Hyrule Castle. And then from there, he can just capture all the descendants of the 7 sages, or the wise men in this case, before they were even a concept. However, what is not really known is how he came into contact with Ganon. It doesn't really explain that of all things. So yeah, after he killed the King of Hyrule, and turned him into a skeleton as he saw in the intro, he captured the 6 maidens, and then banished Zelda to the Dark World. And the rest was pretty much history from there. As far as his origins go, there's not really a lot known about him. There is only one other scene we can really go off of, which I'm not going to get into right this moment, but aside that, his origins are honestly kind of a mystery. I have seen some series floating around about it, but know there isn't really anything too concrete about it. It's just that we know that we just know how Ganon came into the picture. But how he came to serve Ganondorf, or how exactly what kind of role he played as Ganon's servant, much of that remains a mystery. Although so really everything's pretty vague about him. We don't really know much aside from that. Also, I think what we got, I guess on an unrelated note with Ganon, there's some... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Also, Ganon's sprite is also interesting from his official artwork, because he looks a lot different in his official artwork compared to what we see in the game. Because as you can see in game, he's like pretty much donning like green robes and a little crown on the top of his head. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure everyone misconcepted this, that everyone thought that was his face. I mean, believe me, I thought the same thing too. I mean, we've all thought of it. We've all thought about it at one point. We all thought that was his face, but no, really, that really isn't it. That's just his crown. It's, that black center that's just having it, his face is just completely covered. So, I've been seeing this sprite for a long time. His official artwork actually portrays him having, he's actually donned with red robes and has a bit of a bluish face. So, he actually, when you look at him with this design, he looks a bit more monstrous than let on. And and another detail that I see, what I find interesting about the artwork is that he has an eye on the center of his. He has like an eye at his centerpiece. He has like an eye on the centerpiece. So I have seen a theory float around, but that popular theory is that he might be a Sheikah. Oh, he's dead. I don't really know how you got here, but thank you! Okay, I guess before I wrap this up, I may as well go into this. So, a popular theory that I've seen about a Ganon, at least about a Ganon's origins, that it may be possible that a popular theory that I've seen is that he may have possibly been a Sheikah in origin, although that's just speculations because of like the little icing at the center that he could have been Sheikah. He could have been from Sheikah origins. However, there's really no proof of that to say for certain, but that's what I hear people speculate because the ice symbol is kind of a representation of the Sheikah clan. And besides, I mean, we kind of seen this in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but it's not surprising. It's definitely not the first time. If that's the case, it's definitely not the first time where rogue elements have been spotted within the Sheikah clan, because we've seen people like the Yiga clan end up defecting from the Sheikah tribe and just swearing loyalty to Ganon, or the Calamity Ganon in this case, or Demon King Ganondorf in this case, whatever he is in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, whatever he wants to be, I guess. But with that being said, if we get him out of the picture and Ganondorf showing himself at last, it seems our final battle will bring us back all completely full circle, back to the pyramid. It appears the golden power we've been searching for, and our true foe, has been here all along. Next time, we're putting an end to this. I will see you all next time.